This is Frank Burke again, and I've got two versions of Buzzbombs. These are actually done in a color scheme of a JB-2 Loon, which was a Navy version of the Buzzbomb, the color scheme at least. It required less paint, so I could keep the model lighter because they always get a little bit heavy. I've had to move the wing back a little bit to avoid more nose weight. This one's kind of right on the edge of what I like for this motor, the D2.3 18mm motor. It's a little over 6 ounces, ready to fly, and just uses tail surfaces for control. On this one I did multiple profiles, so I have a single profile with the pulse jet and the body, and then I've got two more profiles on each side that are 6mm that have hollows cut out in the nose section. The center section has a hollow cut out throughout the entire model to keep the weight really light, also in the pulse jet. And then I have 3mm doublers on the pulse jet to give it a little bit of depth, and then 3mm covers on the left and right, which is where I make the hatch out of. And then the idea in doing that is you get a little bit of depth, so it's not a pure profile model. So it has a little bit more rounded look, but it's got a little more thickness. And you can hide the receiver and the battery inside via a little hatch. And for this one I've mounted the servos underneath with some little guides to keep the rods from bending under load, and these are just old servo arms that I cut and stuck into the foam and glued that give me enough support, and that got the servo weight up forward, so I didn't need quite as much nose weight. And we'll give this a flight for you. And then...
Yep.
Alright, taking off 5, 4, 3, 2... that's up there, I like that. Okay?
Yep.
I've got a larger version in the same color scheme. This is for the 24mm E6 motors. This is done really in the same way, except with a 9mm core and a 6mm doubler. Same idea. On this one I used guide tubes for the push rods because I could nest the servos in a little deeper into the foam so they could be closer, and I didn't need to have the standoff sticking out in the breeze quite so much. This also has a little hatch in the front with the nose weight, and the receiver and battery goes in there, so it's kind of hidden and looks a little bit cleaner. For stiffness, it's a kind of narrow chord long wing. I did a KF airfoil with the spar about here, and really it's more just as a stiffener than benefits of the KF airfoil. We'll give it a couple of flights for you. It doesn't fly too bad. It's right about 12 ounces, so for the wing area it's a little bit higher wing loading than I normally like, but it does fly like that, so we'll give you a couple flights. Alright, ready?
Yep.
Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2...
Mm-hmm. Yep.
5, 4, 3, 2...
Mm-hmm.